Hello and welcome to another episode of Queer Comics. I am Tranna Wintour. Who are you? You're looking good. Today we are talking about my third favorite topic ever. After pop music and hot guys, my favorite thing to talk about is fashion. Finally, we get to do an episode about this. I'm so excited. I hope you are too. As usual, I don't know where the fuck to begin. I guess the best place to start would be this amazing jacket that I'm wearing. Isn't it amazing? I'm telling you, this is how you spice up an outfit. I'm just wearing a plain black t-shirt and some black leggings. How do you spice things up? Just throw on a sequin jacket, I'm telling you. If you splurge on anything in your wardrobe, splurge on a good sequin jacket because will just always take any outfit higher with very minimal effort. I mean, no effort at all. You just throw on a sequin jacket and instant glamour. Isn't it already worth your time watching this video just for that amazing tip? Are you going to go out and get a sequin jacket right now? It's the holiday season, so all the stores have got their sequin looks out, so get on it, people. Get on it. Sequins are obviously a major staple of my wardrobe. It's a go-to. I try not to overdo it, because I don't want to look like a drag queen. No offense to the drag queens. I love you. You look amazing on stage, but those outfits do not work in an everyday context. Although, I say that and I already have to interrupt myself because when it comes to fashion, there really are no rules. Just do what works for you and what you love and what makes you feel good and what makes you feel fabulous and put together, because it's important to feel good about yourself, obviously. And I think fashion can be an amazing tool in that process. When you look good on the outside, you feel better on the inside. It's a cliche, and for some people it might not be true, but for me it's very true. Sometimes I feel lazy and tired and don't really feel like putting in the effort into looking this good. But once I sort of force myself or throw on a sequin jacket, I instantly feel my energy level rise, which is pretty amazing. And fashion is, so easily discarded as something superficial and materialistic, and it can be, but it's not essentially those things. I really do believe in the power of fashion, and I believe in the positive effect that it can have in our lives. That's why I love it so much. I definitely see it as a means of self-expression and a joyful experience. I love the process of putting a fabulous outfit together, pairing things that you already have in your wardrobe with things that you wouldn't normally pair them with, and poof, suddenly you've created a totally new look. I love that. I love shopping. I love shopping so much. But I'm a tranny on a budget. So obviously I'm not buying Gaultier and Chanel. You can find me at H&M and Urban Outfitters in the discount section. And I make do. I mean, every now and then I'll pop into, a more high-end store. You never know what you might find on sale. Always a thrill to find a great designer piece on crazy sale. I mean, nothing gets me more excited than that. So I make the rounds. Almost every weekend I'm out and about shopping, and that's how you get the great things on sale, because when you go regularly, as soon as it gets marked down, it's yours before they're all gone. So it's a commitment, but I love it. It's my exercise, it's my meditation. I just love shopping. I'm not really a big fan of places like Winners or Value Village, where you have to really dig and dig and dig through racks and racks. I don't really like that. I don't have the patience for it. I would rather go to my favorite stores and wait for things to go on sale and not have to rummage through a bunch of shit. I'm not really a big thrifter, to be honest. I don't really like the smell of a lot of thrift stores, and everything is just a little musky and dusty. And I love thrifting when it comes to records, but when it comes to clothes, I prefer things to be new, unworn, and clean. The exception to that, of course, is, high-end consignment shops, which sometimes have some really fun things. And there's nothing better than getting a great hand-me-down from someone who has an amazing wardrobe. That's really the best. So my big fashion inspirations are, of course, Liza Minnelli, the Halston years, Halston period. This book is an amazing Bible. A quick glance through it, and it's a very quick education on how to look sexy and classy. I just love Halston's aesthetic. I love things that are a little bit loose, things that are drapey, things with a slit. I just love the Halston disco aesthetic. There's always elements of that in what I wear. It's just a time period that I love and long for. Another disco-style icon, Amanda Lear, who I worship, so amazing. I mean, if I could raid anyone's wardrobe, it would be hers. Everything that she wore from 1975 to 1981 was just absolutely flawless. I adore Cher and Bob Mackie's partnership. They have created the most incredible style moments over the past 40, 50 years. It's just so iconic, and it's the kind of clothing and style that makes you dream and just fantasize, and it's just so sublime and beautiful. I mean, there's no one better than Bob Mackie. I think for me, the only person who really comes close to the Bob Mackie level is Jean-Paul Gaultier. Jean-Paul Gaultier, I am a huge fan of. I'm so tempted, just to write him a little letter. Dear Jean-Paul Gaultier, I am a tranny on a budget comedian in Montreal. Please help a girl out and send her a piece of whatever you want to send. That's reasonable, right? I mean, come on, Jean-Paul. In terms of more modern style muses, Gwen Stefani has been a big one for me over the years, especially in the past 10 years, when she went solo. I love her style. I love her shoe line, Lamb. That's my splurge. It really is my favorite shoe line. So fabulous. A little expensive, but it does get marked down, which is great for us trannies on a budget. I love Karine Reutfeld, the former editor-in-chief of Paris Vogue, just a very sexy, sophisticated Parisian chicness about her that is effortless, and I just love her and everything that she does. Those years that she was editing Paris Vogue, I mean, go through some of those old issues. It's just endless inspiration. And of course, I try to bring all of these influences and elements together and create a sense of style, create an aesthetic that is unique for me. That is, one of the best pieces of style advice straight from Mama Wintour. Anna Wintour, the only woman in fashion who really matters, right? And her quote is something along the lines of, create an aesthetic that is unique for you and identifiable to others. And I think I've managed to do that. I mean, I always have people sending me pictures of things that they've seen, or they've told me about pieces they've seen in certain places and be like, oh my god, this is so you. You know, and I'm sure that you've had that same experience just when you're out and about shopping and you see something and you're like, oh my god, that is so Gwen. I need to call her. She needs to get that piece. It is just so Gwen. So I think it's fun to reach a point when your style is very identifiable to others. I think I'm reaching that point. I feel like my sense of style is still evolving. I think my sense of style is also a bit eclectic. Of course, everything is very much rooted in that disco aesthetic, but I like to branch out and try things. I think it's good every now and then to get outside of your style comfort zone and experiment and find what really works for you and continue to evolve your style. But always have it be an authentic expression of who you are and your personality. I know that when I first started living out my femaleness, my sense of style was super, super slutty. Like, really slutty. Really trashy. Just super, super short, tight dresses, super short skirts. I think that's a pretty common thing for a lot of trans girls and even drag queens when they first start dressing in women's clothing. There is this desire to experience the sensuality and sexuality of being female. That has toned down a lot for me. I've recently thrown out a lot of things that I was wearing back then that I would never ever wear again. I try to, you know, lift things. I try to cross or skirt the line between sexy and classy, but I prefer to be elegant and graceful and you know, visually interesting more than I really care about being perceived as sexy. Although lately, I have to admit, I'm like, you know, you've been keeping things a little bit too classy lately. It's time to get slutty again. So who knows? Who knows what the new year might bring? You might see a whole new sluttier me. Who the hell knows? I feel like JLo does an amazing job of skirting that line, and I fucking hate her, and I fucking love her, and her sense of style is just out of this world. And of course, it's not an accomplishment that she looks so great all the time, because anyone with that amount of money and time on their hands, of course, is going to look phenomenal. If you have that much money and you look like shit, there is a problem. I feel like this video is running a bit long. There's just so much to talk about, but I'm going to end things by telling you, although I said earlier that there are no fashion rules, I will leave you with one. It is really the only fashion rule that I have. Never wear a maxi denim skirt. Never wear a denim maxi skirt. If you own one, burn it. See you soon.